I know that's not true. So I was happy to see that the program where you have the summer vocational
Vacation
school,
Bible
etc.
School.
We hear many people talking about back in the day how Sunday school was so very instrumental in raising our young people, and now that's no longer reality. So I was very, very impressed and encouraged by that to speak to him. Can we come on radio and send out these positive vibes? So he can make it, but I say he sent. You, I will call ambassadors. So you two guys on stage, impressed with your presentation. So I'm going to ask the young lady to my right to introduce herself. We go on the table, and then we get into discussion as to who you are, your claim to fame, why you're here, and how the church is impacting you by the various programs that is implemented. Lady.
Good morning, radio audience. My name is Marcia Jeffers. I'm known in church as Sister Mercy. I am humbled to be sharing my experience today. The church, Antioch Baptist Church, and the Church Universal has impacted my life tremendously. I am who I am because of God and my relationship with God and the channel that He has afforded me in the opportunities provided by our church. Antioch has been a lighthouse for me and for many through Vacation Bible School, through the Young People's Program, through supervising the dance ministry and our children's ministry. And these are not just events, these are not just projects that we do, these are real life experiences, transformative strategies that we use to reach our young people. And so that's my introduction. I'm going to let the others introduce themselves. And
Before we go there, do we any other hats?
Well, at church,
Overall.
well, at church, I am part of the children's ministry, as I mentioned before. We keep children's church because in the main sanctuary, sometimes the language and what is taught there may not be age appropriate, so the children actually have their own worship downstairs where they lead and they bring the word. The children do all of that because they're very capable. And so I am one of the ministry leaders who supervise that, and I supervise the young people along with Pastor Connor on Friday evenings. I do the dance ministry on Thursday evening. I lead devotions currently this week in Vacation Bible School and teach. Well, we don't have Sunday school, but in Bible school now, I teach the lessons. I teach the 9 to 12, 9 to 11. This week, that's what I've been doing this week. In the outskirts of church, I'm the dance specialist in the creative economy, and I'm the artistic director of Synergy Movements. That's my dance company, 7 years old.
I was just asking. Okay, now, so introductions.
Good morning, radio listeners. My name is Keziah Purcell. I am the director of the Vacation Bible School King and Queen pageant. How has the church impacted me? Well, I started going to church from I was a baby. So growing up, I stayed in the church. I was always present in Sunday school, and it really changed my life. I am in the dance class that the church has. I am one of the tutors as well. I am now in youths, and in youths, I was the secretary, and that helped my public speaking. It helped me gain confidence, and it helped me to be a leader. So that's what Pastor Connor does. He helps all of us become leaders. Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
I'll let you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jahim Wana, and I am a recent member of this church. I recently joined, and the church impacted me in every aspect of my life, not just spiritually, physically, mentally, everything. Because when you have God in your life, He tends to fix every problem that you have, whether it's your social skills, the people you have around you, the way you eat. Sometimes I didn't even eat at home, but I go to this church and they provide food for you.
Physical food. There's spiritual food, there's a physical that you intake. So you're talking about sometimes you may not have it at home, but you go to church and you're given sustenance spiritually and physically.
Both, yes. In every aspect of your life, that would impact you and change you. Just the people that you meet, mentally they
Let me see, are you
inspire
17, 18?
80.
Okay. Okay, you want to get the mic closer to you and speak up because we're...
Oh,
Yes, just
okay.
speak up. You got this deep radio voice, so please bring it out. Just speak up.
So yeah, in every aspect of your life, you're going to change you, especially spiritually. Because they provide these people that have been through life, have been through every aspect of life, that you have a problem, they know about it, they've been through it. They would guide you, real father figures. They help you to live your life, not just survive, not just, okay, food in your mouth, clothes on your back, figure it out. No, they guide you.
Okay. And you, sir?
Good morning, radio listeners.
A little closer and bring it out.
Good morning, radio listeners. My name is Dujanayed. Yes. When I came to this church, it was about 4 years ago. And when I first came, Pastor Connor came to the cafeteria and said, you know, I had never seen you here, so you should just come youths. When I came to the youths, he invited me, came to the youths. From that, it's history. Now I'm here. He's impacted my life in many different ways. I cannot count how many, but the way that he's helped me and the church itself has helped me in so many ways, because I have my lovely tutor here, Marcia. She's one that always there for me, always saying, if you got something, if you got a problem, I will help you with it. No problem.
So you have the support system.
Yes.
It's like a family. But how did you come to be in the church in the first place? Because you said when you got there.
Oh, actually, it was from, she had a dance recital at the church.
And you like dance?
Yes. She actually, when I first got introduced to her, she made me love dance. It
Okay.
was like how it is expressed. It is beautiful. It's an art. So
It's a language also.
yeah. So it was really always love from those places.
Okay. What I wanted to get out there, because there is this perception, as I mentioned earlier, young people, they have no sense of direction, they're going nowhere fast, and people don't seem to understand when you make that statement, it's a negative. And so wherever I can, I try to encourage young persons to shine. This is a good platform for that. We spoke about back in the day, Sunday school was almost mandatory.
Yeah.
You go to the early morning class, and then afterwards you have the Sunday school, and they help to shape. I was instrumental in this because Dr. William Connor, that's what he did. That's what he did. I recall him. I know a lot about his lifestyle, and the coincidence, I was going to ask Pastor Connor about the connection. You have Connor, the same church, doing the same thing decades after.
Right.
So I wanted to have that measure as to how his programs are impacting the young people. What's the feedback? How much of that information is shared with the public? I went to the church and I was very much impressed, and I wanted to share that with a wider audience, and that's why we're here.
Right. So this.
Okay. We're going to pause for a few moments to give credit to our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Buster! We run things are on we. Buster! Buster! Living color, do it differently. Buster! Buster! Large and in charge, like for the party. Buster! Buster! We set the pace, then everybody follow it.
7 flavors, best taste, Buster, bolder, better, better. Pick your color.
We set the pace, then everybody follow it.
Buster, live in full color.
Buster!
Flow Road to Home is life made simple. One affordable plan that gives you internet at home and mobile on the go. Constant connection anywhere and everywhere, wherever your plans may take you. Switch today and get double the data on your mobile with 60 gigs plus unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube and 400 megabits per second internet speed. Flow Road to Home internet and mobile plan. Your non-stop connection. Visit a Flow store or discoverflow.co for more info. Conditions apply.
Enjoy the convenience of getting all your documents in one place. At the TDC Copy and Print Center on 4th Street in Basse-Terre, we do just that. We offer document formatting, graphic design, and copy and print services. Our team of professionals truly understand all your needs, whether it be administrative, professional, academic, or personal. You bring it, we deliver it with quality every time. Visit the TDC Copy and Print Center today in the TDC Mall on 4th Street in Basse-Terre or call 465-2511. Your copy and print specialists are waiting to serve you.
Once again, good morning, and folks, you're listening to Voices on WINN FM 98.9. This morning in the studio with us, we have some young folks, some young ambassadors, and the topic today is the church and its role with young people in our society today. What was the question I posed before the break?
Connection.
The connections to, well, you know, kind of things. So take it away.
All right, so the church, as we know it, Antioch, you were asking about the history of the church with
Yes.
connection with the current pastor, Pastor Lincoln,
And Dr. William
the
Connor,
founder,
who-
Dr.
yes.
William Connor, Reverend. So, by blood, it's his great uncle.
Okay.
That's the initial connection. And so, Reverend Connor would have done an amazing job, and as a national unsung hero, national hero, he is entitled. He has done a tremendous job in ensuring that our children and young persons within not just the village community where he started, but within the federation and St. Kitts at large were not just physically fed and spiritually fed, but their needs were met. We would get proper training. The skills programs that he implemented are still ongoing, and because of his initiation, Pastor Connor now, who was trained under him, is now able to train us who are here seated at this table, and who is now training the young people who we serve. And so the training at Antioch has been consistent and very intentional, because we see, as the Bible said, is at the heart of man. You care about people, you love them, and the love goes beyond sharing the word of God, because it's in a practical sense. It's life in general. You have to change the whole person, a holistic approach. And so with that in mind, the programs that we offer at our church is not just a project you start at 3 months and you finish. It's ongoing. Vacation Bible School, a lot of persons were online the other day, and somebody said, oh, I remember Boom Chaka Boom. They remember the songs, they remember the scriptures, they remember going, attending as a little boy and little girl, and they too have sent their children. You talk about outreach, you talk about impact. If those parents know were not a part of the Vacation Bible School and Reverend Connor did it, they would not have seen the urgency, the importance, and the value in sending their children now.
There was a standing joke about him that he would be in the band at carnival time. He used to call it Christmas time. And the band would he'll be singing, looking for
for his
members.
members,
So I want to
yes.
ask you the question, because you, young lady, you said that you started going to church as a child. You didn't start going to church, somebody took you. So were your parents one of the members that Pascal was looking for in the band?
Yes.
Speak to your experience.
Yes, there were. So I went into the BBS pageant in 2013, and for my talent, I sang a song
That's
that
10 years ago, is it?
Yes,
Yes.
about 10 years ago.
Wow.
I sang a song that was like, I'm running for Jesus Christ. I don't know who sang that.
I
but
wanted to get my
own
crown. Was it
yeah.
Mary Powell, consecrated?
I
One of the
don't know.
local.
One of the local persons?
Yes.
In
Okay.
honor of Reverend Dr. William Connor. So, yeah.
You want to pull that mic a little closer to you so you don't have to be forward much? Okay. So that was your first, your induction was as a baby, as a child in church, and you grew in that fellowship.
Yes, I did.
And today your role is, because I saw you there, she's the charge of the,
Yes.
I'm director of the Vacation Bible School pageant.
speak to us about that, please. What's it
Okay.
into you?
So, as director of the Vacation Bible School pageant, this year the theme is the amazing wonders of God. So I am encouraging all the radio listeners today to come on out on Thursday, the 20th of July, where you will see all the ambassadors portray the amazing wonders of God. This week, the ambassadors had a workshop where they learned public speaking, self-confidence, and self-affirmations. They also had a modeling session where they learned how to keep up their posture and how to walk properly in
Okay.
the heels.
What do you say to the wider public who would like to criticize, oh, the church have queen pageants? So that's a negative, but how do you come to that? How do you reach people and convince them it's not what
It's
you
not
think,
just a
but
pageant.
it's like affirming, as you said, it's teaching life skills, a posture, how to, you say you learned how to in public speaking,
Yes, public
all that's
speaking.
part of it. So respond to the question, why would the church want to have queen pageants?
Because it's actually an educational form. Some of the persons who attend the Vacation Bible School, some persons don't learn just by sitting down and listening. But when you actually do it, when you learn your talent, learn your speech, it helps you to learn the different, and also the Bible drill, because for the Bible drill, you have to know the Bible. So, yeah,
Okay.
So it's not just a pageant.
Yes.
They're actually
Okay.
learning.
the Bible as you do it.
There's a program that was mentioned, is about, what with these guys, what it was?
It's a turnaround
A
agenda.
turnaround agenda,
Right.
and you guys spoke about that. So I was very much impressed with that. The whole turnaround agenda. Turnaround from what? You don't have to hold it, but just make sure. Yeah,
It's just about
bring it up, bring it up.
Value.
it's just about taking a turn in your life.
That is what I want to hear. That impresses me.
Yes. As you can
And you're,
see,
sorry, you're speaking to a lot of young men in your age demographic. So you're speaking to the student, but you're actually speaking to them as you're sharing experience, what it means, the turnaround agenda. Speak to that.
as you can see, with this church, it's all about a holistic approach in life. You could see from the pageant, it's about building your confidence. As you could see with Sister Marcia, with how she changed people with dancing, everything. It's about impacting the person's life.
But turn around from what?
Transforming
Turn
what is
around.
currently happening in our
In
on our
our-
males and in society. What are you calling them to turn from?
Turn around from violence. Turn around from not having a secure place to even stay to feel like yourself. You know, this is what the conference is about. The conference is about bringing males, young males that don't have guidance,
Misguided, for lack of a
misguided
better word, yeah?
from school, from their own families. Sometimes you can't even talk to your own family about things. So this is
Okay.
a place where people of mutual
Interest.
interests come together and are able to speak, able to communicate. Okay, we have a part in tag, turnaround agenda, where we teach you about finance. We teach you how to be a leader, holistic approach. That's all. We just want to
Positively
change.
affirming our experiences,
Yeah, we just
our
trying-
lessons. Uh-huh.
And even when we finish turnaround agenda, we ain't even finishing turnaround agenda, we're finishing the conference. When we finish the conference, we could say, oh, you went tag? Oh, okay. You had that place? Okay. Oh, if we have a next conference, oh, you should go. You go carry your child. You know, just like continue it.
Okay, let me ask this question, not to interrupt you. I want to get you in next. You're 18 years old.
Yeah.
5 years ago, were you part of this program?
No.
What was your mindset as compared to now? 5 years ago, you were probably what, 15? No,
No. 18, 13.
13. Okay, what was your mindset, your outlook on life?
Life, it was very simple, you know. Go to school. My parents was very school heavy, so
Okay.
as long as you do good in school, you could do anything you want. You could go play basketball. You could
So
go
education
with your
came
friends.
first.
Education
So you had
came
structure.
first, of course.
Okay. But the church was not part of your life as is now.
No.
So what impressed you, what inspired you to be part of the church family?
What impressed me is how they valued you as a person.
But were you going to church?
Well, no, honestly, no.
So what got you in the pew?
What started me off, somebody invited me to church.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my friends
Okay.
invited me to church. And when I heard pastor preach, not just about the Bible, but about situations in life, you know, it's very
Real life situations
real life situations.
that you identified with.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
one thing about this church, it is very relatable.
Practical.
I love the
teachings.
phrase, I love the word. Yeah.
People at this church just speak to you, not speak.
I got you. I got you, right? And I know the folks out there who are listening. And we're going to open up the phone lines in a while to get their input. But Mr. Man in black and white, talk to us. Your turn. Make sure that we can hear you clearly. Your experience.
Well, my experience with the turnaround agenda tag, it has been a journey, because as you asked my brother in Christ, you said 13 years ago. What was my thinking? My thinking. I
He
would
was
say-
13 then. He was 13
13
years
then.
ago, yes.
But when, I would say for me, at that age, I wasn't really thinking about all of that. I didn't even know that he had an Antioch Baptist church.
Okay.
But as I grew, learn about the church, and then a lot of stuff, just mind-blowing how so many
Open
things
up,
just came.
yes.
And I started to understand a different outlook on life, a different outlook on certain situations. Like, it would be like mind-boggling to me, because at such young age to be like really understanding like certain stuff, it was weird for me. But as I really start to grow in the church and really be around people, be around all of them, it really put a shift in my mind onto where I would want to go in life.
I made you more responsible as a person.
Maybe more responsible, and made me have a different outlook on stuff. Like, as people, sometimes we would be like, we said harsh things and we don't really step back on it. We just say harsh things and forget it. But that may impact somebody. Like,
It has consequences.
yeah, consequences are really, really big.
So it made you more conscious as a person and your responsibility as a person going into society.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to take a break now, and I want you to, when you get back, any one of you, to address one of your peers. Let's say they're misguided, and you want to speak to them about, say, the turnaround agenda. You know, how would you speak to a friend you know, but they have a different mindsets? They don't want to hear this about the church. They want to hear that because it's Babylon and different things, different connotations. How would you, lack of a better word, say, minister to them? Okay? We're going to pause for a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back, okay?
It's TDC for me, TDC for we. Neighbor, partner, your family. The best is yet to come, believe me. Moving forward, moving with. Hey, TDC serve the nation with the best customer experience. TDC, you are the one for we. Happy anniversary. Together we succeed, building on strong community, pressing on forward to one destiny. One love, one family. Together we succeed. Let the whole world see. Yes, this is 50.
Rhymes the good food people
Flow Road to Home is life made simple. One affordable plan that gives you internet at home and mobile on the go. Constant connection anywhere and everywhere, wherever your plans may take you. Switch today and get double the data on your mobile with 60 gigs plus unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube and 400 megabits per second internet speed. Flow Road to Home internet and mobile plan. Your non-stop connection. Visit a Flow store or discoverflow.co for more info. Conditions apply.
Hey, good folks, we're back with the discussion. We're on Voices on WINN FM 98.9. And my name is Socrates, host of this program. And we were just joined by two other young persons from the group. I'm going to have you introduce them as to where we are. Have you introduced yourself and speak to them as to where we are in the discussion as to what we've covered so far.
Okay, good morning again, Radio World. I am Sister Marcia. We are here from the Antioch Baptist Church. We are talking to you about our turnaround agenda. It's a transformative males conference for young men ages 11 to 21, and it happens next week. And present in the studio, we have 4 handsome young men who are going to share their personal experience, what the turnaround agenda has done for them, and why they think your attendance at the conference would be impactful, that you should not stay home. We have one young man here, Jahim, who has never been to the conference, and he's going to introduce himself and share just a little bit about why he thinks he should come to the conference. And then we take
Hey, good day. It's a good day to all. My name is Jahim Matthew. I am from Mullineux. So for the conference, I feel like I should take myself there and be involved because as a young fellow, I need to be able to learn how to communicate more and network with other people who wants to build themselves and become their best self, and also learn from other people such as adults and even younger men to learn how to do something a certain way or do it a better way. You know, there's always room to grow. It doesn't matter the age, and I'm just hoping that as I step foot into that door and I attend the meetings and conference and overall movement, I can meet some wonderful people and learn more about myself and learn more about others.
Okay, here's what. Your articulation is great, but we want you to speak into the mic or lift your voice a little louder so we can hear you better. So next time you get the mic, be right up to it.
So Jahim, before Vijay comes, tell the audience what are you currently involved in or interested in. And you mentioned that you are hoping that the turnaround agenda would make you better. So better at what? What are you currently involved in or interested in? Or where do you see yourself going while the program is supposed to assist you?
Okay. So to answer that, I feel like what the program is going to make me better at is becoming a better man or a better person in general, because I have to learn life skills that adults as a man know that I don't know. I have to have a figure. When you go to a conference like this, you have people, younger people, who look up to the audience, the stronger, more wisdom audience who learns, who have lived their life and learned many things. So I'm going there to learn and to adapt myself, or to evolve myself, I should say, into those type of things. So as for what I would like to learn is, okay, money management. What about hormones and becoming more closer to God? Because as a young man, you have lust, you have temptation. I had to find a way and continue reading my Bible to be more of a biblical person in God's standpoint. There's a thing called being a biblical husband. Not a lot of men know what a biblical husband is, and I feel like I should go there, see what's going on, see what I can learn, and be closer to God, and keep connecting spiritually, because a spiritual warfare and spiritual growth is a real thing, and I need to be able to do that.
Okay, well said. You're next.
All right then. Good morning, everyone. My name is V. Handre Beachwater. Oh, my name is V. Handre Beachwaters. Nice to be here. Now, I have been attending the Turnaround Agenda Men's Conference, well, multiple times. It is extremely outreachful to the young men, especially young men like myself. Now, every time I attend these conferences, it delivers a specific message to me. A specific message to me that shows
Your voice will level up.
a specific message that shows me that I can be more. I can express myself better, and I can change. Now, within this, the different groupings, the different speakers, the different events that we've had. Now, it's really eye-opening to a young man like me. And I feel like it's eye-opening to young men everywhere who've attended the conference. Now, for those who haven't, I would extremely recommend attending this one.
And what were you doing before attending the conference? Like, what were you involved in? And why did you see it as an eye-opener? And how has the conference changed you as an individual?
All right, then. Well, before the conference, I was doing absolutely nothing. I was on the streets at late night, hanging out with friends. I was waking up at late times, not eating properly. I wasn't praying. I wasn't spreading the gospel. I wasn't reading my Bible. I wasn't being as positive as I am today. And I'm going to be honest with you. This turnaround agenda conference itself has made me a whole better person than I am back then. Now, I feel like because of the conference, my change is extremely important to me. And furthermore, continuing in the future, I will follow this conference, and I will follow the turnaround agenda to become a better young man for myself, others, friends, family, and businesses.
Okay. One of the things that impressed me, and I want to repeat that, I oftentimes push back against persons in society speaking about the young people en bloc as young people, and there's always a negative, they're doing nothing, they need to get a job, etc., etc. So this actually inspired me to get you guys on. It was really for Pastor Connell, because the other question is, as he posted there last Sunday, people always ask, what is the church doing? And sometimes when you have a spike in certain times of crime in our federation, the question is raised, and it's all the young people, because is that really that demographic that we hear about, all the negative crime, etc., etc. So you hear as testimony that not all young people.
That's right.
How do we reach the others apart from coming to church? Because I found out, because of going there on Sunday, there any other outreach program beyond yourself? You would have to advertise these upcoming programs. But is there any consistent method of reaching out to the wider public? And I wonder if you can answer, to get person like your age, who, as you said, he would hang out late at nights, not sleeping right, not eating right, you know. You didn't mention checking the girls, right? Yeah, you guys, I mean, this young man spoke about hormones. I mean, like, it's part of youth, and you're reading hormones and so on.
That's right.
So it's part of your physicality. So you want to have your life as an example to impact others, because everyone has to try their best to reach one. This is very positive. I recall my days of Sunday school. It's been many, many moons ago. I don't recall all the scriptures, but that impacted me. And so that is why you're here, because I'm impressed with the positivity of this program. So talk to your peers out there, and let's see. We're going to take a station break in a few minutes, a few seconds, but in the meantime, somebody talk to me.
Well, I would say how it is, turnaround agenda, from what I've experienced, it's been fulfilling a lot of stuff in my life. I've learned money management. I've learned how to deal with some certain situations to where somebody, if like, say, there's conflict They teach you how to deal with those certain stuff. You just take a step back and really think before what you do, because
It takes experience for that for a lot of people. But at your age, that instinct to hit back right away is hard to control.
kind of.
But before we go to station break, how do you deal with the temptation of young girls?
Well,
I shouldn't say young girls, your peers.
Yeah.
Ladies, young ladies.
well,
You're young, you're handsome. What's going on here?
I would say over there.
You guys out there, everybody's not putting up the finger. They want to say something. Go ahead.
How I would deal with that is, I would try to limit the phone time. Try stay away from some of those stuff. You would talk to them, but
The temptation by phone, the conversation.
yeah, you would talk to them, but you don't give them all your
Do you
time.
encourage them to come to church?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of
All right.
course.
You don't want to be unevenly yoked. Okay, who
Don't do
next
that.
before we go to station break? Huh?
I would say, as Pastor always said, if you ain't planning on making her your wife, it makes sense have a relationship with her.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you over here with all teeth?
Now, the question was, can you repeat the question for me, please?
How do you deal with your hormones and young ladies around you?
Oh, well, that's easy. That's easy for me to answer. I don't know about the rest of these guys here, but that's easy for me to answer. No, investing my time in myself, really and truly, that's the way to properly distract yourself from temptations and lustful thoughts, such as exercising, reading the Bible, getting a sense of music. You know, feeling a feeling of peace is better than a feeling of lust.
Mr. Molyneux?
Okay, so for me, my saying is that you have to understand that it's much to life than just a female or a girl, right? You know, people are so tempted by lust and the hormones and what's not. For me, you have to get to know somebody for who they are, their person. When you meet somebody, they're their own person. There's much to it than just flesh. So that's how I keep, that temptation.
We gotta
of love.
go downtown and give Caesar his due right now. You wanna get back in? We're gonna take a station break and come right back, okay?
Flow Road to Home is life made simple. One affordable plan that gives you internet at home and mobile on the go. Constant connection anywhere and everywhere, wherever your plans may take you. Switch today and get double the data on your mobile with 60 gigs, plus unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube and 400 megabits per second internet speed. Flow Road to Home internet and mobile plan. Your non-stop connection. Visit a Flow store or discoverflow.co for more info. Conditions apply.
Shopping with TDC just got much easier. Here's how. Log on to shoptdcgroup.com. Shop at your convenience at any time, from anywhere, with your smartphone, tablet, or computer. With our safe and secure payment checkout, you choose the option to pick up in-store or have your goods delivered right to your door. It's that easy. Shop tdcgroup.com, your one-stop online store.
Shop anywhere, shop anytime, same quality you love. Now online. Shop
www.shoptdcgroup.com.
We run things, things are on we. Basta, basta. Living color, do it differently. Basta, basta. Lads and in charge, like for the party. Basta, basta. We set the pace, then everybody follow it.
7 flavors. Best taste. Buster. Bolder. Better, better. Pick your color.
We set the pace, then everybody follow it.
Buster. Live in full color.
Basta.
It's 11:47. We're here in the studios of WINN FM 98.9. We're speaking to some young, dynamic persons, and we're speaking about the impact of the outreach program from the Antioch Baptist Church. The question was raised, and what was the question? Outreach of the church.
What is the church doing?
What is church doing?
When persons tend to ask me that, Socrates, I said, if you would take everybody who goes to church out of the church, then we'll have a very chaotic world. The church is very, very impactful and transformative to the individual. And this is a side of, yes, we know salvation is very transformative, but for those who are going to argue religion and Christ versus Selassie, the foundation of Christianity is at the heart. And so once you focus on that, then your whole being, your mindset, you cover the fruits of the Spirit. There is joy when you want to get into an argument with somebody, you tend to rethink and say, you think of others more than yourself or in the situation. And you said, well, maybe I should think about it differently. Maybe I should give them the benefit of it, or maybe I should try a different way, or maybe I should hear them out. And so it causes you to transform your mind.
Person.
You're more disciplined. Your decision making is more wise.
Spiritually
is wiser.
centered.
You are centered. You are more peaceful. It's just a balance mentally and physically. Talk about the discipline in your eating, in your exercising, because the Bible preaches that your body is the temple of God. Now, if God's supposed to live in your temple, can't be broke down. So you have to sustain yourself with the grace of God, of course, and that would help you. So these are the tenets that the Antioch Baptist Church operates on. It's an organism in and of itself for the young people. We have outreach programs that are very visible in the community. You mentioned the Sunday school that started since 1963, that all of us are byproducts of and testimonials of. I mentioned the Vacation Bible School since 1966.
Ongoing.
57 years, still going strong.
I recall attending that in the Apostolic Faith in Sandy Point years ago, still very much.
Socrates, my class alone this week, 9 to 11, had 96 students. In total, we have over 350 each day. Today is the last, and each day the number increases. And so there must be something why they are coming. Not just for the word, it's not just for tradition. The word of God is impactful, it's dynamic, it's transformative. And it's not just 3 to 5 years coming. We have the 12-year-olds, 12 and over teenagers who really get bored for everything and lose interest. And that's the biggest class we have. And they didn't have to come. The mother didn't send them. We had no choice. We had to go mandatory, but they come off of their own. And when we see that as a church, people come in, then we have to create a means for them to stay. And so at Antioch, as I said, visibly, we have the first Sunday in every month, a prison ministry, where we go into the prisons, we share with them, we feed them, we hear them out. What can the church do? You ask what the church is doing. What can we do to make your life different? That when you come out, you can be rehabilitated. Outside of the prisons, we have our individual ladies programs and men's programs where we assist where necessary around the house. If you have something, when I'm in a building process, I can go to one of the brothers in the church and say, boy, I may really understand this plan, how you could help me out. That's life, that's practical, rather than me having to go and pay somebody to run up a few blocks. We have persons at the church who do that. The church offers,
I had a little bit of that when I was in my teens, because they were building the Apostolic Faith Church in Sandy Point. My mother volunteered my service. That's how that was built.
And that's life, to show that you genuinely care, not just we care about the soul, because ultimately we are trying to get persons to reach heaven. God created us and he wants us to be with him. So that's the ultimate goal. But in the process, just as Jesus did, feed people. You can't have people come in and you're just preaching and they're watching you hungry and you don't feed them. Practical, help me.
So that answers to a great extent what the church is doing.
Right.
The church has a leader. God is the spiritual head of the church, but your church have a leader. Who is he?
Yes, God is the leader. Our leader right now is Pastor Lincoln Connell.
Who is he?
Charismatic.
People who don't know him, speak to us about him. Who is he?
So I'm going to share, and then the young men will share because we have different experiences. I started Antioch Baptist Church at age 16, and Pastor Lincoln has been very instrumental in my life, very inspirational. Certain things he says is just you can't forget it. The dance specialist today, because of him, he would have inputted in my psyche that I need to go and study. I had no intentions of going to study.
He inspired you to go and study dance?
I studied sociology, and I was going into social work. I love children, I love young people, and that was my direction. And he said, well, the Department of Culture had organized a dance workshop in the summer, and he said, why you don't go back to that school in Jamaica? I went back to Jamaica for the 4 years, and I returned with my bachelor's of dance in education, valedictorian, beat off everybody in the region. Had it not been for Lincoln Connor, that would not have been possible. I'm now the dance specialist responsible for organizing dance on a national level and supervising other dance companies on the national, and being that voice for dance for St. Kitts and Nevis on the regional international scope. Had it not been for Lincoln Connor, I would have been elsewhere doing God knows what. So I thank him very, very, very much.
One of the reasons you're here is because of the awesome respect that I have for the gentleman. Yeah, guys?
Sazo?
I would say for me.
Bring up your voice, Mr. Oil.
I would say for me, Pastor Connor is just a well of wisdom that you can always take out of. Any problem that you have, you can go to him and he will make you not just give you an answer, but make you think about your position in life. As Viandra always says, Pastor is like a light. When he talking, is like a light that you could always got to. So that's a good thing to have.
Momentarily. This is from Joseph Simmons. You would know him. He writes, I remember the Standing Point Apostolic Faith, Apostolic Church vocation, well, he wrote vacation, but we know what I mean. A Bible school. There are songs that I learned that I remember today. Good memories, boy.
Yes.
It impacts our lives. Sir, who's next?
For me, Pastor Connor is really a mentor, a father figure. He's a lot. He's done a lot. Really, one thing he always used to do, but like, if you're afraid to do something, and he know you can do it, he will put you in to make sure that you get it out of you, and he will show it, because what he's doing, right, everything has its purpose, because he doesn't want you to just back down from everything.
The challenge is okay.
The challenges. He don't want you to back down. He wants you to be you, and he wants you to get through that. He wants you to be. He sees, when he sees potential, he's there, and he's going to be like, he's going to tell you, I need you to do this, and I want you to do it at your best.
Okay. So you don't just throw you in the water till you have to learn to swim. He show you a life raft also.
Yeah.
Okay, we got about 4 minutes before we wrap up. You, tall and lanky, let's hear from you.
Now, I came to the church at an extremely young age. I did not know
Maybe extremely young. What is extremely young?
Extremely young meaning, a little rugrat, a 8 years old kid who didn't know better. Now, I did not know who this man was. This man was just, he's just a pastor. Growing up, going to youth, attending church, attending cookouts, attending supporting matters. This man has been a great impact on my life. And to the other young men and other disciples that he taught, he's like a father to us.
Okay. Mr. Molyneux?
So, my experience with Pastor, I believe Pastor is a servant of the Lord because when he talks, when he speaks wisdom. And he speaks knowledgeable things because sometimes I will go to Bible study and then the topic, off the hand, it relates to my life and it relates to other people's life. And he can't just think about that on the spot. So the Lord has really just gave him the blessings to reach other voices, to teach other people, and to let people feel comfortable and impact them. And I really cherish him because of that, because sometimes a lot of us, not only me, and other people don't have a father, they may hear when he speaks, he'll comfort them and tell them that it's okay. I see something in you that you probably don't see, but let me help you reach it. Let me help you see it, and let me help you shine. And I'm really grateful for that.
Okay. The date of the tournament program
So we are
date and what to
inviting
expect, yeah.
everyone to our turnaround agenda,
Turnaround
which
agenda.
takes place on Wednesday the 26th to Sunday the 30th of July, beginning at 5:30 on Wednesday, and then Thursday to Saturday is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. right at the Antioch Baptist Church. It's just $25. The contribution, it's a young men's conference, ages 11 to 21. You can come. We want to specifically mention our sponsors, if we can. The Cable, First Federal, Diamond Real
Security,
Estate.
okay.
Diamond Real Estate. We have Westside Service Center, MoneyGram, Donald Keynes, Ice Creation. And you can register at www.antiochbaptistskn.org. You can pass by the church and pick up a form. You can call 663-9885 or 767-8225. You can also go online and make your contribution, but we want everybody to come. The theme this year is the challenge. Fear not, stand firm, and we want all our young men to stand firm. We are also inviting the public to the Vacation Bible School pageant. That's next week, Thursday, the 20th at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 8 ambassadors going to be sharing their talents, all for the glory of God. So we want everybody to come on out.
Tickets?
Next week is $10 for children, $20 for adults. You can pay at the door for the
Okay.
concert next week.
Quick question, because we're about to wrap up before the midday newscast. Is there an enrollment program for parents who want to bring their kids to the Vocational Bible School?
There isn't today. It's actually the last
The last
for
day?
Vacation Bible School. We last 1 week. Well, this is history, so everybody knows as soon as school closes, Antioch is having Vacation Bible School or Connor Church or Baptist, as they know it, colloquially. And it's just for 1 week from 9 to 12. So today is actually the last. We came
Last
out
day.
of Vacation Bible School to be here with you.
I'm so
All right.
happy. I think your viewing and listening audience is very happy that they were able to share the experience that you guys brought to the program. I think WINN FM thanks you very much for that. Whatever opportunity arrives in the future for you to come and speak about your developments,
Of course.
I would love that, because there are too many persons out there looking at a sense of direction, and this definitely would serve to inspire them. No two ways about that. Sometimes people need something, but they don't know where. And perchance, they just happen to be listening, and this will impact them. So I want to thank you for your positive message. Your WINN FM 98.9. Don't be shy. Master, you know the station, right? Bring
Yes,
it. If
we'll
it's
be
positive, we'll be glad to share it with the public. At this point in time, we now break for the midday newscast, and you're listening to Voices. See you on the other.
You found the sound. 98.9. WINN FM.
We now bring you the headline news. The headline news is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Carib Brewery.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built, non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts? It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
With the WINN FM Midday News, I am Kevon Brown. Our top stories: land payments to government resume. Sustainable Development still working through land allocation discrepancies. Tourism Minister shares goal of transforming Federation into year-round destination. Caribbean region working with Venezuela for energy relief. CARICOM in Haiti to help find solutions to these socio-political issues there. Internationally, actors join writers in massive Hollywood strikes. Now the details. Minister of Sustainable Development et al., the Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, delivered a statement during the Prime Minister's press conference on July 13th, addressing the public that land payments are to resume for those who procured land through the government.
The Ministry of Sustainable Development is pleased to announce the resumption of payments for persons in the following years. All persons allocated land up to December 2020 can resume payments at the Treasury. I repeat, all persons allocated land up to December 2020 can resume payments at the Treasury. All persons who were allocated land in 2021 are kindly advised to submit their survey documents and to confirm their payment status with the Ministry of Sustainable Development before proceeding to the Treasury.
Land payments resumed on July 13th based on those instructions by the Sustainable Development Minister. Also in her statement, the Senator asked for patience concerning the issues of one lot of land being allocated to multiple people, one person being allocated multiple lots, and people being allocated lots that do not exist. Major issues the land registry and citizens who are trying to procure land through the government have been facing.
For persons who were allocated lands in 2022, the ministry is kindly asking for a bit more patience as we finalize the major challenges associated with land distribution during that year, including double and triple allocations and allocations to lots which do not exist. The ministry looks forward to the resumption of land allocation in August 2023, whereby an announcement on the improvements and changes of that process will be made by the Honorable Prime Minister.
The Sustainable Development Ministry, since the change in administration, has embarked on a process to document, access, and restructure the process of land allocation and land use in St. Kitts. Currently, the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis is in its tourism off-season, where there is a lull in the amount of and frequency with which cruise ships come to the island and beds are filled at our hotels. St. Kitts and Nevis is predominantly sought after during the winter season, which runs from November to April. Still, the Tourism Minister, the Honourable Marcia Henderson, shared a goal of the government to change the Federation's seasonal destination designation.
We are also working on our strategy to make sure that ultimately we can make the destination a year-round destination so that it's no longer seasonal. And of course, that is a long-term goal.
Tourism Minister, the Honourable Marcia Henderson, during the Prime Minister's press conference on July 13th. The strategy to transform the Federation into a year-round destination is a long-term goal, according to the Minister of Tourism. Such a goal would need a considerable amount of investment, not just in marketing the destination as such, but also in infrastructure updates, an increase in bed stock, year-round attractions and events to help sell the destination, and a commitment to the sustainability of the island's beaches, historical attractions, and support for vendors, taxi and tour operators, and owners, facilitators of excursions. The Tourism Ministry, in continuing to develop the sector, has embarked on efforts to have sector stakeholders licensed to operate in the destination. Consultation with stakeholders are ongoing, followed by compulsory training and licensing for beach vendors, taxi and tour operators, etc., to ensure all industry stakeholders are licensed operators recognized by the government.
The hope is that we can, convert the destination to a year-round destination as opposed to being seasonal. So during this time, just before October and November comes the season and the winter season and the beginning of the cruise season, within the ministry, we are updating our policies and working with our stakeholders to make sure that when the season starts, we are efficient. So we have a schedule for consultations. We had the Department for Policy and Research who were working. They have revised some of the policies. We're currently at the stage where we are consulting our stakeholders. So far, we've met with Inland Revenue and the Ministry of Finance. We've met with Agriculture as it relates to our primate petting vendors and how they operate at our ports and our different prescribed spaces. So we've met with Agriculture and even St. Kitts Biomedical Association in terms of how we can partner in the industry. We've met with Inland Revenue in terms of how we're doing with registration and issuing of licenses.
Outside of stakeholder development, the infrastructure in the industry also needs addressing, especially repairs and upgrades to the airport. Concerns were raised at the press conference that the repairs to the apron at the Robert L. Bradshaw International Airport would not be completed before the 2023-2024 winter season. Minister Henderson assured that the repairs to the apron would be completed by the start of the winter season.
As it relates to the work on the apron, I received a report from the Board of Directors from their last meeting, I think about a week ago, where the board agreed that the project for the repair to the apron should be put out for tender. The chairman is leading that initiative, and I am not sure if it's out as yet, but that was the decision taken by the board. The decision related to temporary repair to the apron as opposed to permanently fixing that part of the apron. And that was based on the fact that there is going to be some work being conducted at the airport on the terminals. We are in some discussions at SCASPA for permanent work, not just on the apron, but on the terminals. The work is going to be temporary because we want to be ready, as you said, for the winter season that starts in November. It is going to be sufficient to accommodate the aircrafts that we anticipate. And that would be the usual legacy carriers, the British Airways, American, United. The temporary repairs to the apron would be sufficient, and we should be able to complete the work by then.
The government has made significant strides in increasing the amount of airlift to St. Kitts and Nevis, with Intercaribbean starting in March 2023, Caribbean Airways beginning in July, and JetBlue in November to accompany legacy carriers, American Airlines and British Airways, and others who continue their service to St. Kitts and Nevis. In regional news, Caribbean region working with Venezuela for energy relief. CARICOM in Haiti to help find solutions to these socio-political issues there, and more from Carib Update.
Barbadians will pay their final respects to former Prime Minister Lloyd Erskine Sandiford during a ceremony at the St. Peter's Parish Church today. Several Barbadians filed past his body as he lay in state at Parliament on Wednesday. A service of comfort was also held for Sir Lloyd in Parliament Square. Many praised him for his leadership and thanked him for his contributions to Barbados's development. The country's fourth Prime Minister, Sir Lloyd, served from 1987 to 1984. He was also Barbados's ambassador to China from 2010 to 2013. Caribbean countries are working to restore energy cooperation arrangements with Venezuela. This was revealed by Barbados's CARICOM ambassador David Commission in an interview with Carib Update News on Thursday. Commission says that the region is pushing to revive energy cooperation with the Spanish-speaking Caribbean country despite U.S. sanctions. The comments come in the wake of a recent visit to Caracas by Barbados's Prime Minister Mia Mottley. Commission said the region has the right to pursue energy relief arrangements, pointing to a U.S. double standard regarding its attitude towards Venezuela and energy. Washington issued a 6-month automatically renewing license to the U.S. oil company Chevron last year to revive largely dormant operations in Venezuela and resume crude exports to the U.S. under an exemption to existing sanctions.
No, I think we are calling out the double standard of the U.S. administration. And we are going to be saying to the U.S. administration, you cannot have one policy for Chevron. We will be looking very closely at how Chevron has been accommodated. And we will devise a strategy that is guided by that. And so, I don't want to say too much publicly, but suffice it to say, we have paid very close attention to how Chevron has been permitted to go into Venezuela, to avail themselves of Venezuela's resources. And we will be calling out the American double standard, and we will be doing what is necessary as well to put ourselves in a similar position to that of Chevron.
Commission was in Caracas along with the Barbadian leader and hailed her official visit as groundbreaking.
So I think it signals that we have turned the page in terms of our thinking. No longer are we simply looking north to Europe and North America for developmental prospects. I think we have turned the page, and we are now more resolved to also look south to places like Latin America, to Venezuela, and to look east, particularly to the African continent. So to go there, to sign these agreements, to experience the enthusiasm of the Venezuelans for deeper relations with us was really inspiring, and tells me, that we have commenced upon a new era in our developmental strategy.
While in Caracas, Mottley also signed multiple bilateral agreements with Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. A 3-member CARICOM team is in Haiti to continue efforts to find a solution to the political and socio-economic situation there. The meetings in Haiti are a follow-up to a 3-day consultation held in Jamaica last month to build consensus and allow inclusive participation in a neutral environment. The Eminent Persons Group has been tasked, along with a small team comprising the technical expertise in mediation, security, and political research, supported by the CARICOM Secretariat, to facilitate consultations with Haitian stakeholders. Grenada's Ministry of Health has stepped into surveillance mode following the announcement of a case of the monkeypox virus being confirmed in neighboring Trinidad and Tobago. In a release published on Thursday, the ministry noted that it is aware of and is closely monitoring the first reported confirmed case of the mpox virus in the Twin Island Republic. The case was confirmed on Tuesday, July 12, by the Ministry of Health of Trinidad and Tobago, which explained that contact tracing procedures were initiated. While Grenada monitors the development, the island's chief medical officer, Dr. Sean Charles, is appealing to the public to be vigilant and practice good hygiene. Monkeypox can be transmitted to humans through close contact with an infected person or animal, or with contaminated material such as bedding. It is also transmitted from one person to another by close contact with lesions, body fluids, and respiratory droplets. The main symptoms of monkeypox are fever, rash, and swollen lymph nodes.
We now bring you these international reports.
Now, America's film and TV industry is expected to grind to a halt today as tens of thousands of Hollywood actors join screenwriters in the first industry-wide strike in more than 60 years. The Screen Actors Guild has been calling on studios and streaming companies to agree to increase fees for repeats, and it wants assurances about the use of artificial intelligence. The shutdown will affect all productions employing members of the union, even if they're outside the US. From Hollywood, Peter Bowes sent this report.
From a red carpet in London to studios in LA, actors are walking off the job. Even before the strike had officially started, stars at the much-anticipated UK premiere of Oppenheimer showed their solidarity with fellow actors here in Hollywood. Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt left the screening, along with Matt Damon, who said it was in support of colleagues who are struggling to make a living.
You have to make $26,000 a year to qualify for your health insurance, and there are a lot of people who get across that threshold through their residual payments. And so, you know, we can go long stretches without working, and not by choice, obviously, and we have to find a way to bridge so that those people who are on the bubble are taken care of. And you know, and it's just got to be a fair deal. We got to get what we're worth. And there's money being made, and it needs to be allocated in a way that takes care of people who are on the margins.
Much of Hollywood has already closed down. The writers' dispute is deadlocked. And now the actors are following suit. Almost all film and TV production will grind to a standstill. The issues are similar for both groups of workers. Concerns about the use of artificial intelligence and better pay in the age of streaming entertainment.
We are the victims here. We are being victimized by a very greedy entity. I am shocked by the way the people that we have been in business with are treating us.
In a statement, the studio said they were deeply disappointed that the union had dismissed an historic pay increase. They added that the strike would lead to financial hardship for countless thousands of people who depend on the industry. Aside from money, many Hollywood actors are worried about having a job at all. The union wants guarantees that computer-generated faces and voices won't be used in their place.
It is a slippery slope into a very dangerous time and a real dystopia if big business corporations think that they can put human beings out of work and replace them with artificial intelligence. It's dangerous, and it's without thinking or conscience.
With the two sides seemingly far apart, Hollywood is gearing up for a long and painful strike. Peter Bowes, BBC News, Los Angeles.
A little earlier, I spoke to CBS correspondent Jared Hill, who's in New York, and asked him what the studios have offered so far.
We do know apparently that the studios have offered essentially one deal when it comes to AI, where there would be a certain number of times that they could potentially use the image or likeness of, let's say, a background actor, right? But then there still is this argument from the Guild that is utilizing the image, the likeness, the identity essentially of an actor when they're not getting paid for it. And so that really ends up being the big sticking point, at least for the Screen Actors Guild here.
And I suppose they can carry on using it for a long time afterwards as well, which is another one of their concerns. And what about the impact that this strike action is having? We're hearing in Peter Bowes' report there that most of Hollywood is pretty much shut down. There's many thousands of people involved in this, isn't there?
In fact, there probably are millions of people involved. And so on one hand, you do have the physical production of these television and movie programs in the U.S. and really around the world. Those can no longer happen. You won't have actors producing the projects. You won't have actors promoting any of those, whether it's on social media, on a red carpet, on a television show. None of that can happen at this point. But then there is a larger fallout, right? An economic hit that really will be taken when it comes to restaurants that operate around some of these production houses, where they would be providing lunch service or catering if there was a movie that's being made. Same thing with some of these catering businesses. A lot of the equipment that is used in these productions isn't owned by the production company. It might be rented out by a smaller company that has a lot of these cameras and things like that. Those organizations are now saying that they are seeing their business dry up because if you can't make a movie, you don't need to rent the equipment from someone else. And so there are other fallouts along the line that are not just associated directly with the filmmaking itself.
And an impact on fans, of course, as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people are excited about whatever TV show or movie that they were hoping was going to be coming out. And at this point, we are not going to see those productions going through, at least not until this strike is over. We know that a number of shows have already announced that their productions have halted. Some movies have announced those, and these are pretty big names. Everything from, you know, the Game of Thrones spinoff to the Wizard of Oz movie. None of that action is going to be happening.
And I saw a spokesperson for the union yesterday saying they didn't know actually how long this was going to go on for. What do you think the chances are of a resolution?
Well, you know, what I think probably matters a lot less than what the studio heads and the heads of SAG think here. And as we have heard again, especially from the head of SAG-AFTRA, they're saying that they don't know when this will end. Both parties are putting the ball in the other person's court. And so we'll have to wait and see which one essentially blinks first. But remember, you have not only the Screen Actors Guild right now, but also the Writers Guild. And so a lot of work in Hollywood is being put on hold. And we'll have to see how much pressure viewers really end up putting on either side to come to a resolution.
The National Criminal Court says the current violence in Darfur falls within its existing mandate investigating alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity in the region. Prosecutors are said to be closely tracking reports of extrajudicial killings, sexual violence, the burning of homes and markets, looting, and the displacement of civilians in West and North Darfur.
We have already started investigating, as I said, and Mr. President and Excellencies, I do want to be clear and send a clear message to every belligerent, every commander, every foot soldier who has a gun or believes that they have power to do what they want, that targeting civilians, individuals, targeting their homes, targeting their businesses, intentionally, particularly targeting children and women, are crimes prohibited by the Rome Statute.
Khan specifically mentioned reports from the UN Human Rights Office that the Rapid Support Forces and their allied militia had killed at least 87 ethnic Masalit, who were subsequently buried in a mass grave. Observers say it's part of a coordinated campaign of ethnic cleansing.
And there is ample evidence of the fighting in Jenin not being a battle between the army and the Rapid Support Forces and militias supporting the Rapid Support Forces, but rather a campaign of ethnic cleansing at a massive scale with the Rapid Support Forces fighters and militias aligned with them, going door to door, asking people about their ethnicity, executing entire families based on their identification as Masali, the predominant indigenous tribe in West Darfur.
However, the ICC said the Sudanese government was no longer cooperating with its investigation. Nor does the ICC have any investigators on the ground in Sudan. Nonetheless, the prosecutor warned national, regional, and international actors that there would be no impunity for crimes currently being committed in Darfur. Shia Bertansi, Al Jazeera, the United Nations.
Alter Branch is an unhoused person in Phoenix, Arizona, one of many struggling with relentless heat waves in the American Southwest. He carries a bed sheet with him, But he says this isn't necessarily for sleeping or for shade.
This is every once in a while, but I decided to get a sheet and drench it with water and cover myself with it because it was just too hot.
Many parts of the U.S. are seeing heat waves that are set to break records. For the unhoused, the hot weather is even more challenging. In Phoenix, it's particularly difficult. For 2 straight weeks, the city has seen the mercury shoot to at least 110 degrees Fahrenheit.
You just sign away, okay?
Kevin Hendershot has been on and off the streets for 25 years. Even after about a decade of that in Arizona, he says the heat there is like nothing else.
I'm not used to the Arizona heat. I've been here for 12 years and I haven't seen nothing like it. It's hot. I fell asleep on some hot concrete and my whole left side got 30-degree burns on them. So that's an eye-opener.
On this day, Hendershot was getting a checkup at a mobile medical van from Circle the City, an outreach program that provides unhoused people with access to medical care. Mark Bueno is its medical director.
We have about 1,000, just a little under 1,000 people living in this area that wouldn't otherwise see a doctor, wouldn't otherwise get medical care unless it's inside of a hospital. So in order, the ability for me to see them means a lot to me.
Bueno says the mobile clinic is seeing a lot of burns similar to Hendershot's, as well as severe dehydration. He expects the situation to get worse as parts of the Southwest brace for more hot weather. Forecasts predict Phoenix will next week break a 1974 record of 18 straight days at over 110 degrees Fahrenheit.
You were listening to the Midday News on WINN FM 98.9. The headlines: land payments to government resume. Sustainable development still working through land allocation discrepancies. Tourism Minister shares goal of transforming Federation into year-round destination. Caribbean region working with Venezuela for energy relief. CARICOM in Haiti to help find solutions to these socio-political issues there. Internationally, actors join writers in massive Hollywood strikes. Thank you for listening.
That was the WINN FM Headline News. The Headline News was brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Carib Brewery.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
With over a century of perfection behind the Mackeson name, a smooth blend with perfect balance and richness. It's no wonder Mackeson Triple Stout has a legacy of perfection. Enjoy the world over. Introducing our new look with the same great taste. Macusson. All hail the king.
Please drink responsibly.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built, non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts? It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
From the South, 98.9 WINN FM.
It's time now for our WINN FM weather report, and it's brought to you by the Coal Pot. Never before have you gotten a chance to choose exactly what you would like to eat. At the Coal Pot, you have that option. Choose the type of grain you prefer, either brown or basmati rice, quinoa, couscous, mashed breadfruit, or bulgur. Choose your protein. You can also choose your sauce preference to complement your protein: teriyaki, curry, barbecue, or tomato. We also have vegetarian and cheese pizzas, chickpea burgers made from scratch, veggie wraps, wedges, vegan banana bread, the largest variety of local juices, and our signature Coal Pot iced tea. I tell soup every Saturday. Get your order delivered at coalpottogo.com. The Coal Pot, located in Shadwell, nicely nestled in nature. Call us at 669-6005. Taking a look at our weather report for today. Temperature high 91 degrees Fahrenheit or 33 degrees Celsius, and the low 79 degrees Fahrenheit or 26 degrees Celsius. The weather today, partly cloudy and hazy with a 20% or a slight chance of showers. By tonight, partly cloudy and hazy with a 20% or a slight chance of showers. The winds are east at 8 to 14 miles per hour. Seas 1.2 to 1.8 meters or 4 to 6 feet. Sunset today will be at 6:49 p.m. and the sunrise tomorrow at 5:45 a.m. That was your WINN FM weather report brought to you by the Coal Pot. Never before have you gotten a chance to choose exactly what you would like to eat. At the Coal Pot, you have that option. Choose the type of grain you prefer, either brown or basmati rice, quinoa, couscous, mashed breadfruit, or bulgur. Choose your protein. You can also choose your sauce preference to complement your protein: teriyaki, curry, barbecue, or tomato. We also have vegetarian and cheese pizzas, chickpea burgers made from scratch, veggie wraps, wedges, vegan banana bread, the largest variety of local juices, and our signature Coal Pot iced tea. I tell soup every Saturday. Get your order delivered at coalpottogo.com. The Coal Pot, located in Shadwell, nicely nestled in nature. Call us at 669-6005.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is WINN FM.
Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback for free groceries with every hire purchase. Will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback coupon to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023, you get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
It's 27 minutes moving up to the 1 o'clock hour, and you're logged on to WINN FM 98.9. And we're here in the studios for another episode of Voices. My name is Socrates, and it's been a wonderful morning, the first half so far. And this afternoon we get into a free for all. The lines are open, and we're going to be discussing just about everything. Important to note, though, the Tourism Authority has sent me an update on the meetings that were planned for the 18th and 19th of this month. That's next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, for stakeholders. The update is that they will only be meeting on the Tuesday. That's the consultative meeting. On Tuesday at the Marriott Grand Ballroom at 10 a.m. The meeting for Wednesday has been cancelled. So for those listening, pass the word that the meeting for the tourism stakeholders is slated for Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. only. And now we go straight to the phone lines. Call your live on Voices.
Good afternoon, the King.
Good afternoon, sir. How about thou?
Thou and Pigeon good.
Thou and Pigeon. Bring it. What's up? Good to hear from you, sir.
Yeah, I want to know. You seem like thou is the most baddest bird in the creation.
Really?
Yeah, because
Pigeon
we
house
all
for free.
the different species of birds, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what here? No bird get as much warning as thou.
Thou shalt not.
Okay.
Thou shalt not.
Yeah.
But Pigeon
I don't
house
know why. So it seems like thou is the baddest bird in the world.
Pigeon paint your house for free, even paint you when you're passing. How about that?
Listen here. I get a call from my friend down Pump Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, don't study them.
You mean sugar? You mean
used to like when you come down Pump Bay.
Uh-huh.
Because when we walk onto the little pier they had down there, right?
I recall that.
Yeah, she said, if she jewelry had dropped over there, it would have gone straight down to the bottom, and it's only you could have dive down and get it.
Oh, you're a diver too?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
She said she liked divers because when she think drop over there, they could dive and go down and get it, but a swimmer stays on top.
So yes, where are you trying to tell Chukai?
Chukai, that's why I love Pump Bay. And he could come down and get some practice.
We gotta get he need practice. It's another wonderful Friday, and most will say thank God it's Friday.
Sorry.
We've survived a beautiful week. It's still forecasting over, shuttle because we're still in hurricane season, but we count the blessings and we move on.
That's right.
Did you get the program this morning? Did you get to listen to the first half this morning?
Yeah, I was waiting for the line to open for me to correct something.
Too dynamic, but let's see what you want to correct.
Too many persons, and I have a problem with certain persons when they're in there. Because I used to go in there too, and they must learn to speak close to the mic as possible.
Yeah, well, they didn't have the experience, so we're working with them, they're youth, so.
And I hear you reminding them all the time, lift your voice and go up to the mic.
Yeah.
Now, over the years, people been saying things that they do not have any facts about it. When it comes to Pastor Dr. William Manasseh Connor, he is the founder of all the Baptist work in St. Kitts and Nevis. Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
He brought them to St. Kitts. And he was the first pastor, a doctor, introduced vehicle for the churches. And also, yeah, he was the first to start vacation Bible school. Now, a lot of people been working with wrong information and scandalizing Brother Connor's name, saying that he was in the band jamming and say looking for members.
I heard that.
Well, I am so glad that I was there when that happened. I was at the age of 8 years. And at the time, there was a steel band. The best steel band in St. Kitts was Boston Tigers, owned by Val Morris.
Okay.
They were coming on Central Street going east. And I was staying down by my godmother. They used to call her Ready Willin. And she lived Central Thibault Avenue. And when she heard the band, she said, "When she come, let me go." And she hold me and we went up the head of the road. And when the band reached, she pulled me in the band and she jamming. And I there holding on and walking, going with her.
Okay.
And when the band reached in the gut by Miss Stanley, College Street gut.
I know the area.
Right. There was a tree hanging over from the education yard over the sidewalk on the low side. Basil Henderson, they live right there by the tree.
Okay.
And Brother Connor, like other spectators, he was standing on the sidewalk, and you know he's very short.
Very tall, you couldn't miss him.
Okay. Something like you. And he was there standing in all white. And then my godmother, Reddy Willing, and other ladies, they saw him there and they know him. And they're jamming and they're enjoying. Brother Connor, what are you doing here? And they're waving to him and he waving back. And, you know, some of them take it easily, take it out of context.
That he was in the band.
Say, Brother Connor, what are you doing here? Mind the band, meet him on the sidewalk. You know, he ain't come off the sidewalk and come in the band. He right there standing up. And knowing he very humorous, he said, "I'm looking for me members."
Okay.
And they take that out of context and say he was in the band.
So he was just joking. He was standing, there's a pastor, well, okay, the band is passing, he's standing. They shouted at him, and he just jokingly responded that he was there because he was looking for his members.
Exactly.
So he wasn't in the band jamming, as they say.
No. I was right there holding on my godmother hand. Ready willing. And you know, woman, when the music sweet them and they see somebody and they saw it, they wave their hand, they want them see them in the walk up.
I see.
So he was never in the band. So all those who don't know and they want to say he was in band jamming, tell them me culture say I was in there and I know so.
And
I'm going to show you something going on. But hear this. When America started having Sunday school in the morning, I often hear Brother Connor say he will never move from the original having Sunday school in the afternoon. And he said the reason why he will never change is because you have Sunday school in the morning, and then you have church, 12 o'clock, church done, everything done. And he said the children have a lot of time on hand to go other places where they should not go.
So he instituted the afternoon Sunday school?
He met it. We all born met that.
Okay.
And he said he will never change from that. And I see the reason why he said that.
Well, the impact on many personal lives, many generations in the Federation has been so tremendous that his name will ever live on. The school is named after him, Dr. William Connor Primary School. That's one way of honoring his legacy. And I'm told that his great-nephew now is the current pastor of that same church, the Legacy Church, Lincoln Connors. So the folks in this morning were part of his outreach program. And I was so impressed with what happened on Sunday. I asked him to come and share that with the public, the positive impact he's having on the young people's life, because we hear the negative about young people this, young people that. And those guys came in, and apart from not hearing them clearly, they delivered, that they're all positively inclined, and we have to applaud that.
And you know something? The Mount Carmel Baptist Church came out of Brother Connor, you know.
Jones?
Yeah.
Okay.
He started up in large project. And as it advances, they get a piece of land over Bowie and they build a church over there.
Right on the hill
And
there. You can't
I
miss
go
it.
know, but he started the one in St. Paul's too, which now shifted to Sandy Point Road there by Brimstone Hill.
Okay.
Okay then. So
Thank you
there's
very much
somebody
for
else
that
coming.
snippet of history. We do appreciate that. Other caller on the line? Okay, we want to extend condolences to the William brothers on the passing of their mom. We're talking about Wingrove Hicks Williams, Kenrick Mariah Williams, or Hicks, and Nigel Numpy Williams. The mom would have passed, so we're extending condolences to the family, the William brothers, as I call them. And at 9 o'clock this morning, there was a sitting of the, was it the Bar Association, in paying tribute to the legacy of our late governor. Let's see, it was the Sir Tapley Seaton special sitting program, and that was started this morning at 9 o'clock. The Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, St. Christopher Chapter. A special sitting for Sir S.W. Tapley Seaton, GCMG, COV, KC, JP, LLD. And that was at 9 o'clock this morning. It was held at the corner building over there on Wilkins, and the corner of Wilkins and St. Johnson Avenue. And there was a whole program, so, and lunch and refreshments, so at least the Bar Association would have honored the contribution of the gentleman at another level. I want to say good afternoon to Annie Stapleton. And yes, back to the update information from the Tourism Authority. The meeting, the stakeholders meeting that was planned for the 18th and 19th of July, that would have next Tuesday and Wednesday. The Wednesday session has been cancelled, so all those who have made plans to go only on the Wednesday, please take note and share the information. There'll be one session that will be on the 18th, 10 a.m. at the Marriott Ballroom. Prior to that, the presidents of all the associations were engaged in a consultative manner over a 10-day period, okay, between the 4th and then yesterday we met again with the Tourism Authority to speak and make our contributions, recommendations to the new policy that's upcoming. I learned something about the whole Uber thing, but that's for a different conversation. Yes, downtown in the circus, they're assembling staging, and I inquired as to what it was all about. Somebody said that it's a pre-independence celebration, they're putting staging on there. We're in July, so if that's the case, we're a bit early. Nevertheless, we come with the same situation again. There has been no consultation, no outreach to the taxi fraternity. Everybody and everybody can just go and just put their stage there, and then we have to find other places to park. There has to be some dialogues, some level of recognition that we of the taxi fraternities provide a service. We're not there to be just kicked out of the circus willy-nilly. Say something. There's nothing wrong with saying, fellas, presidents, executive, between this date and that date, we'll be erecting staging down there. So please work with us. We don't own the space. But since it's a designated parking area for those who work in the trade, it's kind of difficult to just come in there with all the parking, all the yellow lines around Bastille. There's a very little place, or limited spaces to park. We know the circus is where we play a trade. So if you come in there, somebody or two at this point in time recognize that you're interrupting our business. Again, we don't own the space, but common courtesy. Write a letter to the presidents or the whatever they say, from this date to that date, we'll be putting stages there, so please work with us. Nothing at all, no respect. So we go to the phone lines and we take this call. Caller, you're live on Voices.
I had to come back here, man.
Okay.
Because I feel the pain of the taxi operators. I feel it now. if you taxi guys only go inside the bus terminal, go park up and pull people like the regular bus, police or somebody gonna come in and say you can't be in there.
Of course.
So why should they do this to taxi operators? Have some respect for you all. You all are the first ambassador to people who come to our country.
When it's convenient, that's what we're told.
Right. That's right. So now, how they gonna come and take up the little space? The space is not large enough as already.
On both sides. On the eastern side, there's a staging, for lighting or whatever performances. On the western side, by what we now call Lucky's, there is staging also. You have to fight to get parking. And over the past 18 months or whatever, they've put so many yellow lines around Bastille, the city.
Yes.
Parking is a huge challenge. And you go there now, and there's no consultation, no call, nothing at all.
No, that is total disrespect to you all. That is where you all getting your bread from. Where you all using your hoe. And they're going to just come in, move in, and so no consultation.
Say
Come on, man. It ain't hagen, it ain't grasshopper and butterfly.
Not only that,
people.
Work with traffic so we can have an alternate area to park and ply our trade until you remove the staging.
That's
now,
the
if what I'm told by somebody that it's a pre-independence event where we're in July. Independence celebration is in September. So I don't see the connection. Maybe it is. But the stage that is being erected is for live performance.
But let me show you something here. The great.
What's that?
I don't care whether it is pre or the actual date. Have some consultation with you all. You can't just walk in a business place parking lot and park up all your vehicle in the business place parking lot. Even though the parking lot is there for consumers. You cannot park up your load of vehicle and go home and sleep every night without you say something to the owner of the
No
business
information.
place.
Would it be there for one day, over the weekend, 2 days? We don't know. Today's Friday. Maybe something planned for tomorrow. We don't know. But at least if there was that respect, we would know and be able to inform the public as to where you can find taxis, maybe in Bank Street. So once you move us out from there, however temporarily, there has to be somewhere we can park. So give us Bank Street, designate that area for that interim period for the taxis to play the train.
No.
Nothing at all.
Sorry. What do you think will happen now? Let's say you are and 4 other taxi operators. Go and park up your vehicle right there where they're putting up whatever stand. Somebody gonna come and tell you all that you all can't stay there.
There you go.
When you all never had no information, no consultation to say, well, this is going to happen today, and so we will be locating here for you all, so you can't park here.
Well, the band plays on.
Anyway, let somebody else call on that, man.
Thank you. At this point, we'll pause and go downtown, give Caesar his due, and we will be right back.
Get ready for the biggest sales event of the year. It's the Horseman's Furniture and Appliances major sales event where we're slashing prices by 20% off on all major appliances. Are you looking for amazing deals on refrigerators, stoves, large appliances, washing machines, and even microwaves? Well, look no further. From the latest models to top brands, Horseman's Furniture and Appliances has it all at unbeatable prices. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen or replacing old appliances, this is the perfect opportunity to get major savings and save big. These deals won't last forever. This is a limited time opportunity to snag the appliance of your dreams at 20% off and get double cashback coupons with every purchase. Don't miss out. The Horsewood Furniture and Appliances major appliances sales event where quality meets affordability. Don't miss out on the biggest discounts on refrigerators, stoves, large appliances, washing machines, and microwaves. Hurry in today and make your home a major delight. Major savings, major discounts, 20% off on major appliances, plus double cashback for free groceries. Happening now at Horsewood Furniture and Appliances. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback for free groceries with every hire purchase. Will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback coupon to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
To our many viewers and listeners, welcome back to Voices. We've got just about 3 minutes. No, I've got 12:57. Oh, cool. It's Friday, payday for tons of people in the Federation. We hope you have a beautiful, safe, and enjoyable weekend. In the meantime, we logged on to Voices for another episode. We're into the second half of the program. I want to send a shout out to Amber, Lois down there in Anguilla, Zara, Cleo, Angie, of course, Bonnie Lake. Give me a call, Amber. Let me know what's the weather like over there, what's happening in Anguilla for the weekend coming up. Just to stay tuned, in tune as to what's happening across the region, of course. Yes, not just to recap again, not to be over repeating it. The meeting planned for the 18th and 19th of this month at the Marriott has been reduced to a one-day meeting, and that would be for the 18th of next week, Tuesday. That would be at the Marriott Ballroom for the taxi stakeholders. It's a consultative process, discussions on, crafting the policy for the upcoming season. Oftentimes, we complain that there are things just foisted upon us, and there's been no consultation or input from the quote-unquote stakeholders. Now we have a chance to make your input, ask questions, get clarity on issues before it's written in stone, so to speak. So all drivers are asked to attend. There was a discussion as to who want to attend on this day or the other day. Now those options, or that option has been removed. You have one day to attend. Please make it a date, be there on time. That's for the taxi stakeholders meeting, consultative process. That's planned for Tuesday, the 18th at the Marriott. Okay? We got that. So we covered this morning shout-outs to various persons. In our federation, it's still hurricane season. There's a whole discussion on water in Keon. Wait about that. Like last week, a lady was boasting about how much rain they have in Keon, and somebody said, but you have no water. You understand there's an ongoing discussion about the water challenges that we're facing in Keon. It's nothing new, but we're hoping that we can get to the bottom of it because it's been an ongoing pain in the ankle for the longest while. Right? So Chris Collins, he's a real pastor now. Yes, he's a real pastor now. Okay, we go to the phone lines. Call your live on Voices. Welcome to the program.
Eddie King.
Sir.
I have to say the problems when they are called.
Okay.
Now, the telephone system has many features on it. And you're going to tell me you don't owe them. That is for landline. You do not owe them. And there is a feature. If you're going up the road and you're not home to hear your phone ring, and as you're parking in the yard, you hear your phone ring, and it stops before you get in. There's a feature. You could press *69 and see.
The caller?
And know who call you.
Yes.
You know that interfere with that? Because yesterday, I realized I tried to see who called me just now when I was in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
When I come out, they're telling me my account would not allow me to make that call. We owe them. It's Friday gone. My wife went and paid them what she owed them, what we had for them. And then while I'm here, the phone ring. My good friend, Jane called me and told me I must call the phone and let it ring 3 times. Just to see if the thing what I experiencing, and he experiencing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about you tell me call the phone treat like ring 3 times, I like ring 5 to make sure he ring.
So the feature.
And they come telling us that star 69 you can't make that call because of a present account. Nobody owe them.
Because
you see,
of a
when
present
man
account.
walking all over the place grinning, that means everybody is blind.
Okay, without mentioning the particular carrier, are you saying now that you can no longer star 69?
It ain't working.
Okay.
It is not working. Test it, you see. Anybody could test it and call you.
Well, it may work in some people's behalf.
No, it ain't working.
No, it can, okay. It might be a good thing because some people, wife or girlfriend could have star 69.
Okay,
so maybe somebody working for the telephone company realized how it was getting them in trouble and advocated to take that way because some people believe they're telephone detectives.
Well, you know, they could change the 2 last digits 69 then, okay?
You sound like a techie.
And put it empty.
You sound like a techie. Right?
Remember, I'm from France, eh?
You're from France? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we appreciate your contribution.
Okay.
So that last issue about the Star 69 feature you say is no longer available for you subscribers. I don't know. It may be a good thing or a bad thing, but who knows? It's all in a day's work. Let's see what Chris is saying now. He's in LOL. Right, so the phone lines are open. If you want to get in and we go back to the phone lines. Okay, let's see who's there. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Greetings, King Son.
With respect, sir, how about now?
Thanks for taking our call.
Most definitely. You're part of the program. It's called Voices, and you are one of the persons we look forward to hearing from.
Yeah, even though the world full of too much talkers. And I talk, we talk. But you talk for go on, you know. What is to be said have to be said, but truly, too much talking in the world. Give thanks to the earlier guest you had on the program.
Much appreciated.
The youths from Pastor Connor Church.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, give thanks to the sharings. You know, we remember, while we were listening, we remember we attended a gathering for June, one of the bus driver, Monkey Hill, them. And on the program, to keep something for him there, in NTP along up beside the bus stop there. And on the program, he had some young people speaking about Christ in their life, you know. Mm-hmm. And I could remember thereafter I went to the mic to make a poetic contribution, and I implore ones who were there, I thank them for what they were saying, and implore ones who were there to take note of what they were saying and showing the importance of having a spiritual, you know, to be, as Rastafari would say, to be aritically centered, to be spiritually centered, you know?
Definitely.
Not religion, but and saying that the chief police, the head police in Jamaica, you know, came out to the public and said that he gave thanks for the presence of Rastafari in Jamaica, because if it weren't for the presence of Rastafari, the situation in Jamaica, crime, would have been worse. The chief police said that in Jamaica. And that move us now to say in our community, Rastafari is global, eh?
Yes.
And Rastafari's message is peace and love from that time. Peace and love. Remember that saying there, peace and love, brother man.
Mm-hmm.
I think some songs is even there about it. Peace and love. And those virtues, peace and love, are rare in the earth, including Thinkers Nevis, including the Federation. And that's the core message of Rastafari, you know? We are embraced as a religious body, Rastafari, that is. But we have always tried to keep our eyeball on the spiritual centeredness and not more so religion, you know?
That is correct.
Yes. But
I'm in full agreement with you with that.
Yes. Give thanks. But knowing that the church, and speaking about the dual church, we embrace the church, but knowing that the church, not Christendom, but true Christianity is all part and parcel of that spiritual centeredness.
Correct. And
it is not for what was the motto of the young one they said
of the who?
Turn around. How they put it? They were using two words.
The outreach.
No. When you turn your life around, what they were saying something.
The turnaround agenda. Turnaround agenda.
Turnaround agenda.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for reminding us. We are getting old enough, but we still fit in.
Definitely.
Turnaround agenda. We like to seal by saying, let us all acknowledge that the turnaround agenda starts with me or starts with you and not another. You know, we have to strive to save ourselves through the unlimited powers of the Most High, of course, because we can't do nothing without that, you know, that source. But it is very important for us to acknowledge that the turnaround agenda starts with me.
Correct.
Starts with you and not another. Give thanks to the time.
With respect. With respect.
Oh, by the way, before we go, even though we think we say it earlier, it's a good thing to utter. On the what's our date according to the Western Gregorian calendar? It's 13th of June, isn't it?
That is today's the 14th.
Today's the 14th.
Yes.
Okay, it is one day away. Okay. It was around times like this when we heard of the killing. God, he was murdered, of Brother Walter Rodney.
Okay.
Let us remember him and what he stands for and continue to live his life as a conscious people. Give thanks. Blessed Lord.
With respect, thank you for that reminder of what happened to Walter Rodney back in the day. A lot of folks are unaware of who he was, what he stood for, and the circumstance surrounding his death. But from the last caller, I tend to agree wholeheartedly with what you said. There was, with the emergence of the Rastafari movement in the region, the impression that their spirituality was cancelling out Christianity. And there was a large, I would say, concerted effort to push back on the Rastafarian movement. From where I sit, they have done more to unite the people and educate the people in the region than any other politician. Where the politicians sought to divide and rule to impress and get in office, the Rastafarian movement was all about teaching people about their spirituality, their African roots, their health, how to eat, what not to eat. And earlier today, there was a brother on the program speaking about the herbs that one should use to help you throughout your life. And when the Rastafarian movement, even in St. Kitts, were gaining momentum, there was a concerted effort to suppress, even victimize them. And when we look back on the message that they were bringing back then, and how it has impacted our life and the wider society, they're getting tacit recognition and allowed to grow in certain areas. But had we listened to them back then, we would be a better served person. But because of our indoctrination into the colonial mindset of the day, we rejected our own once again. They were saying, don't eat this, don't eat that, get spiritually grounded, this and that and that. And we thought they were anti-Christians. It was against the church. And so it was a stigma to be a Rastafarian, to associate with them. They're here. Look at they here. But our people today have spent billions to chemically alter their hair and how it looks and the appearance and try to look like Europeans. Let me pause on that and we take this call. Caller, you're live on Voices. Welcome to the program. Good day, caller, you're live on Voices.
Okay, greetings forwardly. We miss extending best wishes to the group in the turnaround agenda. Yes. Best wishes forwardly. The youths in our federation really are in need of such spiritual portion, you know. And we like to make a correction or to seal something that one of the persons said. I think the same one who is into dancing. She was comparing names of gods we may serve, you know, names we might call the Most High. And
she wasn't comparing any god. There was no discussion about comparing gods.
What it was? Remind me when she said Selassie. Remind me what it was.
No, she never
said
that. No reference was made. No references at all was made to any deity.
Okay. What the reference? Okay, but in her utterance, she said Selassie. So I think she was talking about spiritual, religious battles, like yourself. She had mentioned the name Selassie. Well, okay. No matter in faith, we in faith, people in faith cannot change the unlimited and divine power. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We cannot change it. No devotee, no class of faith can change that. It is what it is. And in speaking of His Majesty, in Ethiopia, a name is full. You know, a name have meaning. Like, for instance, when I was baptized in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, I was given the name Gabri Maskal. It means servant of the cross. So the name was given to His Majesty Haile Selassie. It means power of the Trinity. So we are just humbly asking once, if you are going to be speaking anything of His Majesty, whether good or bad, we don't really care what the utterance may be. Please make His name be as it ought to be. His name is Haile Selassie. It's a one-in-one. If you call, just like how we would say to Rastafari brethren who might go up on the stage and say Selassie I. No, that's not correct. Even Bob did that, and it was not correct. Martin Plana let him know that straight up. Okay. It's a name in full. It's a name in full. Haile Selassie, power of the Trinity. Gabriel Maskal, servant of the cross. I believe I have made my point. Give thanks.
Much appreciated. At this point in time, we're going to pause and go downtown and give Caesar his due. We will be right back.
Get ready for the biggest sales event of the year. It's the Horseman Furniture and Appliances major sales event, where we're slashing prices by 20% off on all major appliances. Are you looking for amazing deals on refrigerators, stoves, large appliances, washing machines, and even microwaves? Well, look no further. From the latest models to top brands, Horseman Furniture and Appliances has it all at unbeatable prices. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen or replacing old appliances, this is the perfect opportunity to get major savings and save big. These deals won't last forever. This is a limited time opportunity to snag the appliance of your dreams at 20% off and get double cashback coupons with every purchase. Don't miss out. The Horsewood Furniture and Appliances major appliances sales event where quality meets affordability. Don't miss out on the biggest discounts on refrigerators, stoves, large appliances, washing machines, and microwaves. Hurry in today and make your home a major delight. Major sales savings, major discounts, 20% off on major appliances, plus double cashback for free groceries. Happening now at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback for free groceries with every hire purchase. Will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback coupons to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Once again, good afternoon. We got about 17 minutes down past the 1 o'clock hour, and we go straight to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Yeah, good day, brother.
Respect, how are you?
Yeah, how is everything?
All is well, sir.
Yeah, talk about Rastafari, man. I write in Rasta since 1972. So when you talk about Rasta in St. Kitts, I know it all. I know what been going through. A lot of bad things happen. Now everybody put locks on the head and thinks it's all well. But I defend His Majesty Haile Selassie from ever since. I will never stop. Listen, I saw on the news about, I heard on BBC, because I listen to BBC every night, about a week ago, a couple of days ago, he have 13 Vatican priests up for charges for molesting young boys and girls. So I'm wondering when this thing gonna stop. I'm wondering if Vatican can ordain the preachers to maybe have a wife or something. How is it these men in all his life gonna live without having a life, even without making a kid? I think that is abomination unto the Lord. I used to go to Pastor Connor's school, and when let me ask you this: when a man don't have a kid, they have a name for them. What the name is?
When a man have a kid?
Don't make children.
I don't know, but those who can't are called eunuchs.
No, not that. Something different. Some code but don't have. Yeah, but I think it's a bad thing because it's trickling down to a lot of preachers in the Caribbean who don't have a wife, and a lot of them are molesting boys on the easy scale, which I understand that they have a certain preacher in St. Kitts right now. They're trying to get him stepped down because of that. So I think it's a bad thing, and we have got to look into this thing. Within government ministers and preachers, I think they should have a wife.
Okay.
I think the country will run better.
I hear you. That's a point of view.
Bless
And there's those who may agree with you or not, but thank you for your contributions. It's very important to hear what people up there are thinking. Okay, I think you're right. I was corrected just now. A eunuch is a person who has, was being castrated, but hermaphrodite? No, that's not the word we're looking for. No, not different. In terms of the thinking behind the priests and the nuns, they were supposed to be married to Christ. They were supposed to be celibate, not have children, not propagate. So the priest, that was his calling, a sacrifice for Christ, not to have a wife, be celibate, and live a life of service. So the nuns. But you're finding that, I'm not saying that's a cause for temptation, but it's a long-standing practice, and it was revealed to the public on many levels years ago how those priests were actually pedophiles. The case was proven in Haiti after the 2010 earthquake, where tons of people went down there, missionaries and others, to assist in the rescue program. It was found out a lot of those were pedophiles who went down to pray on the vulnerable in Haiti. So if it's an ongoing saga, so if the BBC News item announces 13 priests who were found guilty of pedophilia, it's nothing new. Your question is, when will it stop? Are you saying that should they be allowed to marry, that would be a form of remedy to the problem? Pedophiles are sometimes married with families and they still indulge. So I don't see that as a good rationale as to why, as a cause for it to stop. If you take a vow, if your faith is as strong, you take a vow of faith that you would be faithful to your calling, you want to live a Christ-like life, because from the example taught us in the Bible, Christ did not marry or copulate with females, from what we were told from the Bible. The Apocrypha speaks differently. Say he was married, blah, blah, blah. There was actually a movie about, back in the early 70s, Jesus Christ Superstar, where they portrayed him as somebody with a wife or had relationship. We don't know the facts of that. But if you take a leap of faith and say, well, this is what my life should be like, Christ-like, not being with a life partner, fine. But pedophilia doesn't have any profession. Whether you're married, single, this and that, it happens, and on both sides, because I was a victim of that when I was growing up, but I didn't, I was in school. My mother had to go to school teachers and tell them, hey, female teachers, let's clarify. Let's clarify. Female teachers that said, leave my son alone, he's only 11. You know, but I didn't mind. Back in the day, I did know better. I did, yes, but I did know better. I did know better. So it happens. Regardless, and these were my teachers, people I trusted, and it continued for many years. You know, yes. Went to the USVI, and there was a lady who would take me home over the weekend. My mother didn't understand what was happening. But it happens in every single walk of life, very often unsuspectingly to the parents. You know, and she was not affiliated with any church and their doctrines. It happens, right? So one has to be careful and look at not making any blanket declaration where these people should be or that. It's one of the many feelings of humanity. We're only human, okay? So we are watchful. We're in a society, and it's good to be able to call out the wrong when we see it. But like the guys who were this morning, they're intending to use their lives as example to each other young persons, their peers. I asked them about how they would relate to sexual challenges. The young have all hormones, and they gave their opinions. We go back to the phone lines, call your live on voices. We would have missed that caller. Hope we can get back in on the program. And I was expounding on Rastafari and the impact in the region. Black Stalin, in his song Caribbean Man, spoke about the impact of Rastafari, the impact, and okay. Let's take this call. Caller, you live on Voices.
Greetings for all the Kingston.
With respect.
You're so right. It happens in every walks of life. Mm-hmm. And we ought to acknowledge that. But living a life of celibacy and living a life of spiritual centeredness, it is not impossible. It can be done. People who choose to do otherwise, whether it be a priest in the Roman Church or not, are just things that they just yield to whatever temptation they may have. You know, they just said that in the book of James, when sin conceived, it brings forth death and whatever other destruction. But it is possible to live a life. You have some people, some folks in the mountains, born in the mountains in Ethiopia, called the Batawi monks. I don't know if you ever heard about them.
Not specifically, but I heard about
these people livicate their lives to spiritual centeredness. No woman, no sex, no nothing, and they do it. Mm-hmm. Not that they say that it's being done and they're not doing it. They're living like that unto this very moment as we speak.
To the best of our
Born in
knowledge.
the mountains, you live in the mountains, and they just livicate their life to spiritual centeredness, and they are doing it. So it is not something impossible to do. And let us bear in mind that is not every, just like how it's not every Tutman and Sam outside of the church, it's not every Catholic priest or whatever church do this.
That is correct.
It's just people who have this in their mind, do that. And we, thanks to the confession, we didn't know better, so we...
Or me?
Yeah, we didn't know better, so, now that we know better,
Yep.
yeah, that's what it's all about, and it's about elevating your consciousness and knowing yourself, and then you will be able to make decisions that are right, Yeah. Give thanks.
Appreciate your insights on the whole matter. But of course, yes. We get these reports from time to time, and of course, sense of dignity and moral righteousness is assaulted, and then we speak out. With awareness comes a chance to make changes. And so for a lot of years, many years, the church, the Vatican, has been under scrutiny, oftentimes for overlooking what was known and trying to brush those incidents on the rug. Spotlight being forced on them, they were forced to admit. And some served jail time, some not. But as I often joke, there are 11 commandments. And the 11th commandment is that thou shalt not get caught. So just about every day, being human, we break all the commandments at various stages. It's only when you break the 11th commandment you hear, oh, he was doing it all the time, man. That's when people know how bad you are and how you're this and that and that. But I've known people who walk in society with many skeletons in the closet. And I say, okay, that's your thing. But if you break the 11th commandment and get caught, that's when people have no sympathy for you. I want to pull it down because we actually put mankind up on pedestal. We want to worship them. We elect politicians and such leaders, and we look up to them. And they have to be perfect. Because when they fail, they reflect our failings. And so we want to castigate them. We want to crucify them. On one day we're shouting, or we're chanting, hail to the king, hail to the king. 3 days after, we're saying, crucify him, crucify him. So we look for our perfection in other persons, other people. And as long as they can say perfect, fine. Once they fail, it's actually an extension, I won't say extension, but it's our failure being manifested in them, a guilt that we want to bury. So we say, crucify them, crucify them. You understand? That's part of the human failing, not understanding the whole psychosis, the whole psychology of what bubbles within us. We are coming to the closure of today's program of Voices. It's Friday. God's willing, I'll be here on Monday, but I want to wish all the viewers and listeners a very peaceful, uneventful Friday weekend. Live, love up your family, go out, enjoy, be positive, sell the positive, forget the negative. I want to wish you peace, love, and a much better tomorrow. See you on Monday, God's willing.